my name is Miss Allen and I am so excited to be teaching you math this week. I am so excited, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. This week we are learning all about our 2D shapes. That means that these are shapes that are flat, so we can draw these on a piece of paper. They're not thick at all, they're just flat. That's what we call our 2D shapes. If you take a peek over here, these are all the 2D shapes we'll be learning about in kindergarten. You might know some of them or even all of them, but we still need to practice so that we can memorize them and have them down 100%. So let's go ahead and get started today. I want you to take a peek at my whiteboard and I'm going to show you a shape. If you know what that shape is, give me 2 thumbs way up. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. If you know that shape, give me 2 thumbs up. Awesome, a lot of you know it. Now, when I say go, I want you to whisper to me what the shape is called. Ready, set, go. Awesome, yeah, this is what we call a rectangle. Go ahead and say the word rectangle. Awesome job. A rectangle is a very special shape that we love to learn about in kindergarten, and we're going to go ahead and jump into what makes a rectangle so special. I want you to just look at this rectangle for just a second. And what do you notice about this rectangle? What are the different parts of a rectangle? I see one part of a rectangle that I love to talk about. It's these really straight parts right there. Do you see that? I'll point out a couple more of them. So here's a straight part, here's a straight part, here's a straight part, and here's a straight part. Those are what we call sides. So a rectangle has how many sides? How many straight parts? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. A rectangle has 4 sides or 4 straight parts. What's special about a rectangle, though, is that not all of those sides are the same length. That means that some of them are longer and some of them are shorter. Go ahead and look at that rectangle one more time. See if you can find the 2 sides that are longer on this rectangle. Once you find them, go ahead and trace them with your fingers. Awesome. Are you tracing this one and this one? Good, because those are the 2 that look longer to me as well. Go ahead and trace those 2 shorter sides. Perfect. Are you tracing this one and this one? Good. That's awesome. So again, a rectangle has 4 sides. 2 of those sides are always longer and 2 of them are always shorter. A rectangle does not have sides that are all the same length. There's another part of this rectangle that is so special and important for us to know. It's that point where the 2 sides come together, right there. Those 2 sides come together, and that point is called a corner. So that is the corner of a triangle. Let's go ahead, of a rectangle. Let's go ahead and see how many corners there are on a rectangle. Are you ready to count with me? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. So a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see if we can find any rectangles around the room you're sitting in. So take just a couple seconds to look around the whole entire room and see if you can find a rectangle. Remember, a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners, but 2 of the sides are longer and 2 of the sides are shorter. Oh, I know. Ooh, I found a couple of things in my classroom that are a rectangle. Let's go ahead and see what I found. The first thing I found was the door to my classroom that I decorated so nicely for all of my kindergarten friends. It has 2 sides that are longer, 2 sides that are shorter, and 4 corners. Go ahead, check this out. A long side, a short side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Pretty cool. The other thing I found in my classroom is I have quite a few rectangle tables. If you look straight down at the rectangle table, it looks just like a rectangle. You got it. There are 2 long sides and 2 short sides and 4 corners. Very good. And the last thing I found was sitting on my desk. It's an envelope. I took a peek at that envelope and I noticed these 2 long sides and these 2 shorter sides, plus those 4 corners. Pretty awesome. All right, friends, now we're gonna take a peek at another 2D shape and we're gonna compare it to our rectangle. So remember, a rectangle has how many sides? Good job. And how many corners? Great job. But remember, 2 of the sides are longer and 2 of the sides are shorter. Let's go ahead and take a peek at this next shape. If you know this shape, just give me 2 thumbs way, way up. Ready, set. Oh, I knew you would know this one. Go ahead and whisper it to me. Ready, go. Yeah, that's a square. Awesome. We're going to take a peek at the different parts of a square. Are you ready? Just like a rectangle, a square has these long, straight parts. Do you remember what those straight parts are called? Yeah, those straight parts are called a side. So a square has sides just like a rectangle has sides. Let's go ahead and count how many sides a square has. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome! Just like a rectangle, a square has 4 sides. All right, let's take a peek at this square again. What is the other part of a square? It's where those 2 sides come together. It's a corner. Very good. Let's go ahead and count how many corners a square has. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You got it. So just like a rectangle, a square also has 4 sides. But does this look just like a rectangle? No, not quite. There's something different between a square and a rectangle, but what is it? Well, each shape has 4 sides. They both have 4 corners. Oh, I got it. But remember, a rectangle has 2 longer sides and 2 shorter sides. But does this square have 2 sides that are longer? No, it doesn't look like it. Does this square have 2 sides that are shorter? No, it doesn't look like it. Each one of those sides looks like it's exactly the same. Because guess what? It is. What's special about a square is each one of the sides is exactly the same length. So go ahead, take out your tracing fingers and trace this side with me. Boop. Let's see if it's the same length as this one. Ready? Boop. Oh, felt good to me. One more. Ready? Boop. Yeah, all those sides. Let's do the last one. Boop. Cool. All those sides are exactly the same length, which makes this square so special. So a rectangle, again, has 4 sides, 4 corners, but remember, a rectangle has 2 sides that are longer and 2 sides that are shorter. A square, however, has 4 sides, has 4 corners, but all 4 sides are exactly the same length. Pretty neat. So now I want you to look around the room you're sitting in one more time. See if you can find anything that is a perfect square, meaning each one of the sides is exactly the same length. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Oh, I see quite a few things in my classroom that are a square. Interesting. Let's see what I found. I found a chalkboard. I have a chalkboard in my classroom that's a perfect square. It looks pretty similar to this one, but this side is the same length as this side. That's the same length as this side. That's the same length as this side. Perfect square. The other thing I found in my classroom is I have this big, beautiful square window, and each one of these 4 sides is exactly the same length. Pretty cool. There's squares all over the place if you really look for them. All right, we're gonna jump into our 3rd shape of the day. Are you ready to see it? Remember, if you know it, just give me 2 thumbs way, way up and keep it in your brain for now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite shapes. If you know what it's called, whisper it to me. Ready, go. Yeah, this is called a circle. This is one of my favorite shapes because I love to draw circles. I think they're so much fun. But a circle is way different than a square. And it's way different than a rectangle. So we're going to go ahead and talk about why it's so different. First thing I want you to look at, and this might be a trick question, is I want you to see how many sides this circle has. How many straight parts does a circle have? None. It has 0 straight parts. Go ahead and look at it. Is this part straight? No. Is this part straight? No. Is this part straight? No. No part of a circle is straight because the circle is round. That's a silly question. Here's another tricky question. Ready? How many corners does a circle have? So where do those sides meet? Another trick question. If a circle doesn't have any sides, there's no point for those sides to meet. So it doesn't have any corners. A circle has 0 sides. A circle has 0 corners. There's no sides, no corners. A circle is just a big round shape. Pretty interesting. All right, I want you to look around the room you're in and see how many circles you can find. I bet there's quite a few. Oh yeah, I found a bunch. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see which ones I found in my classroom. Oh, this is a delicious pizza. Look at that. If I go all the way around the edge, are there any sides? Nope. Are there any corners? Nope. It's perfectly round. That is a circle. I also have these stools in my classroom, and if you look straight down at the stool, you'll notice there are no sides and there are no corners. It's a perfectly round circle. You got it. I bet there's lots of circles in the room you're sitting in too. The first thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and write my name. You got it, friends. The first thing I'm going to do on my math workbook page today is write my name super nice and neat at the top in an erasable pencil. You got it. And then I'm going to read the directions. Color each circle yellow. Color each square blue. Draw a face under your favorite hat. Perfect. So I'm going to start by coloring each circle yellow. I'm going to use my nice box of crayons. And I'm going to take out my color yellow. Let's see here. This is the closest I have, and that is A-OK. And remember, I'm coloring the circles yellow. So I'm going to take a peek at this first hat. Is this the circle? No. What about this one? Nope. This one? No. Let's move on to the blue or the purple hat. Is that a circle? Doesn't look like it to me. Is this one a circle? Oh yeah. I'm going to very carefully color that circle in yellow as nicely as I can. Did I scribble? No. Did I color my best? Yep, I sure did. I'm going to take a peek at this hat. I see a couple other circles I'm going to color in really nicely. Remember, the circles are round. They don't have any sides or corners. The next instruction said to color each square blue. So I'm going to find a blue crayon next. I love the color blue. And I'm going to color in all those squares that I see. Remember, a square has 4 sides, 4 corners, and all 4 sides are the same exact length. This one up here looks like a square. I'm going to go ahead and trace the outside and then color the inside in really nicely. I'm going to do that again. Color it in again really nice. Am I scribbling, friends? No, absolutely not. I'm a big kindergartner and I know how to color in nicely. All right, looks like I have one more left. Awesome. And my very last instruction was to draw a face under your favorite hat. So I'm going to look at these hats and I'm going to pick my favorite one. I think I like the cowboy hat because it looks like a cowboy hat and I really like cowboys. So I'm going to really quick draw a face. I'm not going to spend too much time though because I got to move on and finish my math page. I'm going to give it a head, maybe some ears really quick. Perfect. Looks great. When you're finished with the front, go ahead and flip it over to the back page. On the back here, it says color each kind of shape as shown. So right here, what shape is this? Very good. It's a circle. You're going to color each circle orange. Right here, which shape is this one? Very good. It's a square. Notice how each one of these 4 sides is exactly the same length. You're going to color the square blue. This last shape is a rectangle. These 2 sides are longer. These 2 sides are shorter. Color each rectangle yellow. Take your time on this and try not to get too tricked up. On the bottom, your check for understanding says to look at the green shape and circle the name of the shape. Is it a circle, a square, or a rectangle? Once you're finished with your check for understanding, you are done for the day. Great work, and we'll see you tomorrow.